obviously know where children come from, right? And you make the decision to get pregnant again. Well, I mean, but you know how you get pregnant. You know how not to get pregnant.
What you're about to watch is a real courtroom sentencing, and within the first 2 minutes, it takes a turn nobody expected. A judge, a defendant with 4 sick kids, a new pregnancy, and a criminal record that just keeps growing. Buckle up.
Judge, upon reading it today, it does not mention the defendant's mental health issues, which are bipolar, anxiety, and that's the main issues that are not.
It does mention that in the interview, actually. Under the part that says interview with defendant, it mentions those things. Anything?
And as well, I think it's mentioned in Dr. Griffith's report as well.
Sure. All right. Any other corrections or objections or additions to the report?
No.
And so this was not agreed, correct? There's no agreement?
Correct.
And the underlying offense is a state jail or
Yes.
third state jail. All right. And so, and again, sir, would you please state your name for the record?
Dory Brett Edwards.
And Mr. Edwards, will you be the one that is making, that's arguing for punishment?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You may proceed.
Your Honor, we would like the court to take into consideration the defendant's mental health issues that is mentioned in the pre-sentence investigation and in her competency evaluation. We believe that she has had a hard time in life, which she has told different medical professionals and the probation department. And we believe that she has several children who have medical conditions. There is a surgery coming up. And actually, Your Honor, we filed a motion for continuance because we just found out that our client is pregnant.
And just like that, denied. Now legally, a continuance can be requested for almost any reason, but judges have full discretion to reject it, especially when they feel the timing is suspicious or the case has dragged long enough. The judge didn't even pause. But here's what's wild. The defense just revealed their client is 7 weeks pregnant in open court, and we're still moving forward. The stakes just doubled.
Pregnant.
That's denied.
Okay. So we would ask the court to take consideration of her mental health issues that she has reported. We filed a motion to modify the terms and conditions of her probation when she found out she was suffering from bipolar. We did bring that to the attention of the court and the prosecutor and the probation office, and we would ask that she continue on probation.
Continue.
Those issues.
All right. Thank you. Ms. Lesniak.
My issues with Ms. Johnson are that she just keeps reoffending in ways that are putting her kids in danger. I like Ms. Johnson as a person, but she's just making some really bad decisions and putting the court in a position to have to revoke her or minimum give her some kind of inpatient treatment that it's just going to address all those. We've done, I think Ms. Davis has detailed out everything that probation can do for her. Not sure what's left beyond revocation.
So, Ms. Davis, other than, I mean, obviously you went through in this update for me. I'm going to go through and make sure that everyone agrees and we're all on the same page. So, Ms. Johnson, you were put on probation back in 2017, and that was a 5-year deferred probation. Is that right? It was a 3-year deferred probation. But then, while you were on probation, 2 years later, you were arrested for theft, Class B theft, and then there was a motion. Just let me talk, okay? And then there was a motion to revoke your probation filed and a warrant issued. You were taken into custody, and then you posted a bond. while you were out on that bond, so you got out on bond on a motion to revoke your probation. Then 2 months after you were out, you were arrested in Nederland for DWI, posted a bond on that. And so a new first amended motion to revoke your probation was filed.
Okay, let's pause and do a quick timeline because this is a lot. 2017, probation. 2019, arrested for theft. Gets a bond. 2 months later, DWI in Netherlands. Gets another bond. Probation extended instead of revoked. Then 2022, DWI with a child in the car. And she's still on bond. At some point you have to ask, who kept approving these bonds? The judge is literally asking himself the same question out loud right now.
And you were sentenced to probation on that theft in December of that year. And your probation in this case was extended for 2 years. So the motion to revoke was dismissed. You were given an opportunity to remain on probation. And then the pending DWI was just going to kind of see what happened on it, right? So then it looks like August 21st of 2022, you commit the offense of driving while intoxicated with a child under age in Chambers County. Posted a bond on that. And so then a new warrant was issued for a motion to revoke your probation based on that. You were arrested on those warrants. You made a bond on those. I'm not sure why I kept giving you a bond. I obviously should have looked more closely at all of this.
Okay, I need the comment section to weigh in on this one. Was the judge out of line saying that? Or is that a fair observation given the context of the case? Because on one hand, it sounds harsh. On the other hand, this judge is looking at a woman on probation for child endangerment who now has a new DWI with a child in the car and just announced a new pregnancy. Where do you draw the line between judicial commentary and overstepping? Drop it below. I genuinely want to know.
You came to court here May 1st, entered a plea of true to the driving while intoxicated with a child under 15 and that you failed to not become intoxicated. So then I look at your interview here with the probation department and take that into consideration with the fact that while you are out, it says here you have 5 chronically ill children. Is that correct?
I have 4.
4. One is deceased.
Well, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Deceased.
One's deceased. So you have 4 living children that have health issues. Is that correct?
So to be crystal clear, this defendant is potentially looking at 3 separate DWI-related incidents. The first, passed out in a parked car with a 3-month-old, which didn't result in a DWI charge. The second, the Netherlands DWI, still pending. The third, the Chambers County DWI with a child, which is what triggered today's revocation. Each of these alone is serious. All 3 together tells a pattern, and judges are trained to see exactly that.
You have health issues. Is that correct? Mental health issues, correct?
And health issues.
And health issues. And you obviously know where children come from, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you make the decision to get pregnant again.
It was at this moment that she knew. She fucked up.
Well, I mean, but you know how you get pregnant.
Yes, ma'am.
You know how not to get pregnant.
Hormone shot.
So the biggest problem that I have, Ms. Johnson, is that you're on probation for a crime that relates to endangering and abandoning a child. And now you've pled true to another offense that has to do with you endangering one of your children. And that's by driving while intoxicated with that child. The case that you are on probation for, I looked back, you and looks like another person, lady, were in a car, passed out with your 3-month-old in the back seat. So you didn't get a DWI because I guess you were parked and passed out in a car. It's in all likelihood you drove to where you were. So you're lucky you didn't get a DWI in that one. And here you are with another DWI. Actually, this would probably be, if they were all counted as DWIs, probably your third. Because the first one probably should have been that you're on probation for. There was another one here in Jefferson, in Nederland. I don't know what the outcome of that was. What's the outcome?
I think that's the one pending. Don't know.
Gotcha. So are you on probation for that, and there's MTRP on the DWI?
Yes.
Okay.
She has two pending cases in misdemeanor court.
Okay. Anyway, so I understand, and the mental health issues, I've reviewed all of those as well. The thing is, you've been given every opportunity, and probation has all kinds of opportunities and have given you to try to get those things, help with them and taken care of. But you haven't taken advantage of that. All you've done is put yourself, your children, and other people in the community at risk. At this time, I'm going to find that you entered your pleas of truth.
12 months in state jail, probation revoked, and a baby on the way. This case hits differently because there's no clear villain. There's a woman with real mental health struggles, a system that gave her multiple chances, children who need their mother, and a community that also deserved to be safe. The question this case leaves us with isn't was justice served? It's, what does justice even look like here? If you have thoughts, I want to hear them. And if you want to see more courtroom breakdowns like this one, you already know what to do.
Also, as it says in the pre-sentence investigation, when we came aboard on her case, we did mention to her, as you mentioned earlier, the importance of dealing with her mental health issues, and she did start going to treatment for that, and she did, I believe, comply with paying her fees and community service.
And I see that, and I appreciate that, and those are the least of my concern. Obviously, fees and community service are important, and that's a part of probation, and I'm glad you did that. But putting herself, her children, and the community at risk is what I have to look at more so.
Judge, also in the competency evaluation, I believe that the doctor did say that she had certain issues that she was trying to take care of, and
I appreciate that as well, and she'll be able to do that on her own at the appropriate time. At this time, I'm going to find, Ms. Johnson, that you entered your pleas of true to counts 1 and 2 freely and voluntarily. I'm going to find those counts true. Well, hang on a second. Ms. Lesniak, did you have anything to add?
No, Your Honor, I think we can abandon counts 3 and 4. I don't think that
Okay.
is necessary for this hearing.
And
I think she did end up taking care of
I think that's right.
and Judge, her dad and her aunt, they are here to provide support, and we have informed them about what was in the pre-sentence investigation, etc.
All right. Thank you. Anything else?
No.
Ms. Davis, other than what's in your report, is there anything else that you would like to add? Okay, then I'm going to find sufficient evidence at this time to find you guilty and revoke your probation. I'm going to find you guilty of abandoning or endangering a child. I'm going to sentence you to a term of 12 months in the state jail prison. You will receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. I need a certification.